This is a quick test video to showcase the anisotropic filtering shaders that were released on the mod hub by Evilbobthebob. Again, for the entire Empire at War community. This is just to showcase the effect of the actual shaders. What does that mean? Well, basically the shaders seem to, from what I know, I have no idea what the hell anisotropic whatever is. I just can see its effect. Its effect is basically it increases the contrast between dark and light, at least from what I can see, and it enhances texture so that, well, you can basically see better. They look crisper, they look cleaner, they look higher resolution. The bump map, which is basically what shows this as being, for example, being higher than the surrounding area, looks better. Lights look a lot better. I mean, if you have a look at the lights here, you can clearly see the light-dark contrast, and if you zoom out, then the lights don't become blurry or fucky. It's a little difficult to describe. I've got no idea if the YouTube compression, because YouTube compresses every video, if the YouTube compression is gonna completely fuck this up. It might, but in case it doesn't, I can see in-game here very clear lights, which are absolutely crisp. This looks fucking amazing. The engine glows are great. Yeah, like every little detail suddenly stands out. This works for projectiles. Let's actually see if we can move these guys forward. I will fast forward through this just to get them in range. The Death Star, it also works on the Death Star. Before that gets in range too much, actually that doesn't at all matter. You can see that the trench lights of the Death Star are very crisp as well. There's a little bit of flickering going on, but that's just because I fucked up something in the rigging of the whole thing. The new shield gate thing. The trench lights are very, very crisp. You can see pretty much everything perfectly, even when it's so far away. You can see the lights on the dark side of the Death Star. They're very crisp. You can just see more, and it just makes the whole thing look so much more impressive. And not just that, like everything looks better. Like everything just looks better. It sounds very stupid, but that's basically what it is. Everything looks crisper. Everything looks better. This is basically a test for the Death Star firing effect. It even makes that look better. And I was already quite happy with that, to be honest. But I won't fast forward because we may miss the effect. Like, doesn't that just look so much better than it did? Like, it even makes particles look better. Particles are more crisper. Again, the bright areas are brighter, the dark areas are darker. Okay, we may be able to see some project. Yeah, okay, probably not. Okay, so that didn't work. Right, let's go to another. Like, you can even see it on the Galactic Conquest map. Like, everything that's supposed to be bright, like the lines, are brighter. You can even see the menu metal here. Lights are brighter. Everything looks crisper. Let me quickly try this, just to showcase on a larger scale exactly how this works. Go, 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 please. Okay, lights. Again, windows. Far crisper than they've ever been before. Far better. You can see them even when you zoom out. It's better over here. They're more visible when you zoom out. Engine glows never look better. Over here as well. You can see the reflection from the texture. It's just, yeah, it really brings out the detailing much better than the vanilla shaders did. Even the lights, here you can see them as well. Normally when you zoom out on the Executor like this, the lights somewhat fade, disappear, but not here. You can still clearly see them, and that's just absolutely amazing. Projectiles too. You can see individual, again, I don't know if this is going to go through the YouTube compression as well as that, I'm hoping, but projectiles are far cleaner. You can see them better, they're crisper. Even the fairly small ones, when you zoom out, for example, you can still see them clearly, which normally they become darker, but here they don't. You can still see the intensity of the effects themselves, the lasers. It's maintained, which is amazing. Same here on the windows from long range. Let's try the firing effect. See, that is that'll probably look pretty good as well. You can see the charge lines better. Yeah, and just everything just looks better. Let's try to fast forward this so we can see this blow up. The explosions may also be brighter. The other particles were, so I'm really hoping this is too. I mean, you can see it on the bridge windows. Everything's just better visible. It's just crisper, it's clearer, it's just... it's really, really good. We may be able to get some fighter projectiles visible here too. Okay, I can't really see that very clearly. You can still see the torpedoes, at least I can see the torpedoes. Which is also impressive, because normally when you zoom out too much, they just disappear completely.
Be gone. Closing on target.
The fact that it even changes the rendering of the particles is really, really fucking good. Like, everything is just so much crisper and cleaner.
Intercepting. We won't be around much longer. Target critical.
I've just tried this out myself, so I'm still looking at this myself. Like, the reflections, you can see the details on the reflections far better. That's probably not at all going to translate to YouTube. I want to see an explosion, so let's get through this rather quickly. Oh, you can still see some explosions here. Not that many, but... that was on the bottom, I think. Like, you can see the particles coming at you far clearer than you could before. I think because distance no longer dims the, well, pretty much everything. Going further away normally dims it, but it doesn't here. Now let's see an explosion, hope that works. Oh, for the people on YouTube, by the way, who watch the other videos, I fixed the Executor Death Clone. It now displays. Like, even that looked crisper. Let's zoom in a little bit. So yeah, summary of the whole thing. Basically everything in the game now looks crisper, which is just absolutely wonderful. It's just great. Evilbobthebob, thank you so much for these shaders. This is absolutely stunning work. I don't know if this can somehow be improved, or if major changes like this can be done to other shaders, or well, all shaders, or whatever. If this improvement can be replicated again, and something can be improved with this amount again, then that would be absolutely stunning, because this is absolutely a game changer for the whole thing. Everything looks better, like the whole game looks better with this. Everything. It's absolutely wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.